Great people, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our YouTube channel today. So, I want to talk about something very important and I want you to pay very close attention to. There is this one particular word that has been flying around. We are talking about cartel, we are talking about cabal. It depends on how you want to call it. But the so-called cabal in Nigeria is a group of people or business people that most of the time are not usually engaged in businesses that are purely legal. And I so believe because as a cabal, most of the time you don't need to come together for anything if your business is legal. But if your business is illegal, you will definitely form the so-called cabal because you want your business protected. You have interest in who becomes the president because you really want that person to make sure that your business will never be touched. Or whatever you are doing, they will always look on the other side for you to continue doing what you were doing. Now, why am I talking about this? Because there's something that Najatu Mohammed spoke about that was very interesting. She said, for the past few years, or the many times that Buhari ran as the president of Nigeria, he always got 15 million votes. But out of those times, he never became the president of Nigeria. Not because he did not win the elections, no. But because the cartel or the cabal had not supported him. It was until the now what we can see and what we can actually say, Tinubu came out and said, without him, Buhari would never have been president. So it's until that cabal came together with some people in the northern part of Nigeria to be able to support Buhari to go into Asero. So now, what happened? When you have a president that comes into power because he is supported by the cabal, he of course definitely will never be in a position to make sure that the interest of the people are served. You cannot serve two masters because here you have the first master who are the people and another master who are the elites or what we call the cabal. So what are we saying? We are saying definitely if you are put in that high office by the cabal, you will definitely serve the cabal first before you can serve the people. And when they are serving that cabal, there is no way they can serve the people. And that's where now we are in a cycle of poor leadership. We will think that, okay, now this is the person. Now we will try very hard what this person will come into power. And because they had the goodwill of the cabal, and now when he comes into power, we don't see any change. Because literally the system is not supposed to show any change. As long as the minority who are engaged in those kind of businesses are benefiting, there is no way change that favors the common citizen will ever come in. There is something that Michael 6 days ago spoke when he was talking about Atiku. He said Atiku was surrounded by some dangerous cabal and that if there was election that favored Atiku, it was a political mistake. My great people, you see what? One thing that we have to realize is that in our countries, we have two sets of people. We do have the cabal that we cannot turn a blind eye to, and we have the people, and the people are the majority. And sometimes that vote that we cast, the so-called democracy in courts, sometimes may not really count per se. And this is not to make people lose hope, but it's also to bring to the attention of the people so that they can also be in a position to understand that literally there is this other reality. Because let's talk about an example of a country like Kenya, for example. And we know Raila Amolo Odinga. We see the way people are so fanatical about him. And for the number of times that he ran for elections, he actually won most of the time these elections. But a lot of people, and Kenyans in particular, would be asking, why is he not in a position to occupy that office? What is preventing him from occupying that office? And I so believe that it was the same thing that was preventing Buhari from occupying the office when he was getting that 15 million that Najat Mohammed spoke about, and he was not in a position to occupy that office until some people came in. And that's what we see now, Tinubu bragging that he really had to make sure he's the one. Without him, that Buhari would never have been the president of Nigeria. So this is his turn and he must support him. So you see, my people, I just wanted to bring this very out to you, and I don't know what advice you have for P2B. Please leave us your comments below. Let's know what advice, what can you advise P2B? Because now here is a group of people that are rallying behind him, and they want to be sure that this vote that they vote will count, and that he will actually be in a position to occupy the highest office. You see, my people, Africa, and when we talk about this cabal, everywhere you go in all these countries, because there is nobody, it benefits nobody to have a president that is not strong enough. I so believe that still that cabal determines the outcome of our elections. The cabal could be a group of people, local, both connected to international type of business or whatsoever we call them, but it's people that are busy benefiting from the misery of Africans. I don't know what you guys think, but leave us your advice below. Let's know what you think.